All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. How are you doing today? Okay then. My name is Max, and I farted on a tram the other day. Something else came up. I did fart, yeah, but I didn't do it like, yeah, you smell to this shit now. No, and this is a confusing thing to me, because like how people react to this. Because if I fart, I don't do it just to fuck with you, or like in an aggressive way, like when I'm angry, like this evil that's flying around Krakow, talking about pigeons. Fucking hate pigeons. Oh my god, I hate pigeons so much. Why do they have to be angry all the time? Why are they so cocky and angry and fearless? I don't know. They're just being pigeons. Oh, I see you just washed your car. Let me just... Alright, fuck you, by the way. Why? There is one pigeon in Krakow, one pigeon who I hate so much. Oh my god, I live on top floor apartment, and my windows, they are in the ceiling. So what this pigeon does, this is his morning routine. He flies around my building, then he sits on the window, then he stares at me, and then he goes, "Good day, loser." Then he shits, flies away. That's his version of morning cup of coffee. Like, I fucking hate pigeons. Oh my god. I wish they were dead. All of them. But I think it's good about, let's go back to the farting thing, because that's what I came here to tell you. I think it's good that we know exactly when it's coming. Like, we have this feeling. I think that everybody, like every one of us, has this guy that just suddenly, you feel okay, and then suddenly he just comes in like, "Hey, what up, man? Oh, you ate these beans for lunch today. All right, man, you gotta pay for that shit now." Imagine if we didn't have this guy coming. Like, "Hey, babe, come here. Come here, babe. I want to tell you something special. We've been dating for a long time, and I think it's time for me to tell you that. I love you, babe." Really, dude? Like, that's your love? Take it back, you farting loving ass bitch. Go away. That would be upsetting, not knowing when it's coming. What else about farting? Yeah, let's go back to this my initial premise about me farting on the tram. Is my set being really disgusting? Can I'll replace the word fart, okay, with vaping. Pretty much the same thing. So I was on a tram and I had a massive amount of vape. Like, oh, you could blow a huge ass balloon with that shit, put it on fire, it will blow up, kill tons of pigeons. That would happen. So I'm on a tram with that powerful weapon, and but I'm a nice person. I am a nice person. I don't want to be loud. I got some skills. Do you know what skills I'm talking about? Oh, you definitely do. That, I call it walkie-talking. Packages on the way. Brace for impact. So I did my walkie-talkie on the tram, and before my father used to teach me that the best defense is an attack. So before I even smelled it, like 2 seconds before I smelled anything, I just went. Did someone fart in the tram? Oh, was that you? You're all laughing because we're all the same. After like a moment, I saw the whole tram went, my God, did someone fuck on the tram? Did someone fuck on the tram? Right, fart. This stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That's probably enough about farting. Speaking of shitty things in life, have you ever called tech support? Any of you?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me if I'm lying when I'm telling you this. Every time you call tech support, you hear exactly the same thing. Thanks for calling tech support. My name is Max. How can I help you? All right. Okay. Sure. All right. Okay, what's your client ID? 2305. All right, what's the problem again? Bitch, really? I rehearsed for like 30 minutes and no one's listening to you because first 15 seconds, those words are for nobody. Everything you rehearsed for, no one's listening to this. I'm gonna prove it to you. Next time you call them, just start right off the bat. Hi, is this tech support? Yeah, this is tech support. I'm having issues with my butthole. Something's blocking it. I can't really download anything. Would you help me with that? Yeah, man. What's your client ID? Alright, let me just connect to your machine real quick. We'll see what the problem is. Oh, connect. Be my guest. Every time. So my first job was a tech support representative. I was working 2 years in tech support, and I'm telling you, life on the other side is dark. It's heavy. It's just 5 sweaty, sad dudes just playing Counter-Strike all day long and just bitching about their life and fucking clients. Oh, the bitch called me every day. Last time I told this story, there was a girl in the audience, and she told me, "Hey, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. I'm a supervisor in tech support in Krakow." All right, listen, I've been promoted to supervisor like every day, like 5 times a day. I'm sorry, can I speak to your supervisor, please? Sure, ma'am. Let me just put you on hold for a second. Hey, guys. Anybody wants to be a supervisor? Got a crazy bitch over here. I'll do it. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for waiting. I was told that you want to speak to your supervisor. I'm a supervisor in the supervising department. I'm totally a supervisor. And you know these job posters about tech support, like they want you to work there. There's always happy face. There are always like cute girls and handsome men with like their headphones, and they're like. We actually hired one girl like that. One girl worked with us. She worked with us like I think 3-4 hours, and she left. But when she was leaving, she had to fill in this questionnaire like about why she left. So that was a question, the reason of leaving, and she put environment. In the details section, she said, one of the guys asked me, can I use, that's cool if I use your Pornhub account. This guy actually thought that everybody has a Pornhub account, and it's totally cool to ask newcomer colleague about it. That's kind of people I work with. That's who I am. The only friend you have at tech support is the hold button. For those of you who don't know what the hold button is a little thing that I'll press on, and then you listen to shitty opera, and then you go, fuck, again? Shit! Alright, I'll listen to this shit. That's the hold button. And you ever been on hold for like 30 minutes, and then it disconnects for no reason? I'll tell you how it happens from the inside. So let's say you got off got off a very heavy call, and then just another one's coming. Who do you think you are that I'll take this. I don't feel like talking. You're not my mom. I don't want to be that. I'll just put you on hold, and then I'll go smoke a cigarette. I'll go, masturbate. Whatever is that you gotta do. At tech support, like, listen, there was a guy with Pornhub. So what do you expect? Like, you masturbate at work. And then you go back, and then you forget about this guy. And then you see there's a blinking red light, and then it says, hold 40 minutes. Now, what do? You can't just pick up the phone and be like, hi, thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much for waiting 40 minutes. I was keeping an eye on you. But how are you today, ma'am? You can't do that. And you realize that they are probably like put you on speakerphone and they're busy doing their stuff. So they're not really paying attention to this music. So what you do is, you pick up the phone and then very gently and quietly say, thanks for calling tech support. My name is Max. How can I help you? Hello? Hello? I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. Please call us back. Thank you. Boom! That's it. That's how it disconnects for no reason. Alright, so we spoke about farts. Spoke about masturbating at work. How disgusting can my set be more? Okay, I'm not gonna tell any disgusting things. I'm gonna tell a true story. It's not a very funny story, but it's a true story. I was traveling in Germany, the city Cologne. Anybody here from Cologne? Oh, all right. This is interesting. So they have this holiday called Carnival around February. It's a beautiful holiday. It's basically a bunch of people wearing different costumes. I was wearing Superman costume, and they're throwing candies from big trucks, and it's just going great. But everybody's drinking throughout the day. What's up with that? It's like a bunch of SpongeBob's alcoholics walking around the city. But it was great. We ended up 2 a.m. in the morning. We ended up in a bar, which was hardcore German bar. No tourists. Nobody spoke really English. And I was with my friend. He was German. And we were just having fun. But suddenly, I didn't expect that coming. Everybody started. They put their shoe off and they put it in the air. Everybody. They were facing each other, circling around, and just singing some German song. My friend loved it. He took off right away. I don't see my friend anymore. I'm alone. So I didn't want to do it. I mean, first of all, I was traveling on foot, so my shoes and my socks were not exactly in presentation mode, more like function only. And I took my shoes off once on the first date. Shame on me. Lesson learned. Okay. Second reason was I don't speak any German, and that was a hardcore German bar, so I thought that would be insane if I'm just one person with the shoe circling around going, whatever I know in German. Ja, scheiße. Yeah, that would be insane. I didn't want to be that guy, so I just went out for a cigarette. I come back, I don't see my friend. He's nowhere to find. I'm thinking he probably got drunk and went home. So that's what I did. I took a bus, took a train, walked. He lived between Cologne and Bonn. That was a long drive. And I see this building. I was proud of myself that I found this building. And I see there's a TV on in the apartment. So I'm like, oh, he's home. Cool. I'm going in the building, going up the 4th floor, and I banging on his door. No one's answering. 10 minutes go by, no one's answering. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna sleep next to his door. And I had a clock from my Superman costume, made a blanket out of it, and I just lay down. And it was okay. It was warm. I made a decision that I'm gonna be sleeping here until 8 a.m. So that was okay. 30 minutes go by. I see his neighbor opens the door. And there was an old lady. She was like 300 years old, like the oldest thing I've ever seen in my life, like standing and looking at me. I got so scared. Like, I'm from Ukraine. Ukrainian grandmas, they don't fuck around. If they see me, a guy like 4 a.m. in the morning just sleeping in the building, oh man, you'll be out like in a second. It was minus 10 degrees outside. I didn't want to be out. I wanted to present myself, make her appearance as I'm a good person. So this is what I did. I'm not joking. I was laying down like this, and then I see her, she sees me, and I go, Guten Tag! Ich bin Max! David's Freund, Carnival! Drinken, drinken, drinken! Sleeping. You should see the look on her face. Like, she just froze. She looks at me. I can only imagine what was going through her head. A fucking Superman sleeping at 4 a.m. in the morning in the building. Sounding kind of Hitlerish. I don't know why that came out weird. It was like a Discovery Channel scene where two animals meet each other for the first time. So that was us. And she looks at me and she points to her place and she says something in German. I don't know German. She might have said, are you cold? You want to come in? She might have said, you want to come in and give me a massage? Listen, at this point, I didn't really care. I would give her the best massage at whatever part of the body. I just wanted to be in. So I just said, yeah. I went in. And she tells me, milk? Water? Beer? Beer. Let's start with the beer. Let's see where it's going. So we had a beer, and it was the 30-minute conversation. We talked about different stuff. I mean, different, but literally different. She was speaking German, I was speaking English. I'm not sure if we understood each other like exactly. But it was going okay. And then she points to living room. There is a couch. And I'm like, yes. And she asks me something in German. I say, yeah. She puts me in the bed. She had a little blanket. She almost kissed me goodnight. I swear to God, that's how kind she was. Then she took her grandma chair. You know this chair where you swing it a little bit? So she took her chair, put it next to my couch. She turned TV on. She sat on the chair, and this is what she did. I'm laying here. She winked at me. How kind can a person be that she lets you in her place? She winks at you. She almost kisses you goodnight. Everything was going well. But then I was almost going to sleep, but then I see this guy. Hey man, you ate these beans again for lunch? I tried to put him on hold. It didn't work. I let it out. Thank you guys very much. You've been great. Woo!